Olá, dois viewers! Podem já
não estou a ouvir nada.
Não,
é suposto eu ouvir.
Não, não estou a dizer próprios, só eles vão ter. É tipo um monólogo.
Ah, ok.
Portanto,
Então vou falar sobre
tens que dizer piadas. E começar a fazer aquela coisa de tempo morto. Tens dois viewers. Viewers,
hello,
digam olá.
viewers.
É o Cláudio.
The sound is
É o
mute.
Cláudio.
Wait.
Não é nada, já não está.
Não, já não está mute. Posso dizer alguma coisa também?
Posso, tem muito delay, não te esqueças. Tem 2 minutos de delay. Temos o teu viewer. Quem é o teu viewer? Fala connosco.
Yeah, it works now. Hello, Glau.
Cool. Pronto, já estás, não estás?
Sim, obrigado.
E depois, se quiseres ir vendo a merda que vais dizendo, onde é que está, estás a ver? Está lá atrás. Pronto. Vá, tchau. Boa sorte.
Ciao. Hello, Glau. So if you have any question, you can ask me. This has a lot of delay, so it's kind of weird. Who are these two viewers? Second viewer, show yourself. You can start, Glow. Otherwise, this will get boring. Okay, no problem. First question. Can you tell us about the story of the area since it began in Portugal, like evolution points, main challenges until now, etc.? So, area goes back a few years, but it hasn't been until the last 2 years that it started to show some results. It was 2 terms ago that 20-something realizations, and the previous term we did around 50-something. And this has been mainly the results that the area has been having, because before that it was like residual results, not because there was not a focus on it, and people still didn't know how to actually work actively with the product. So it doesn't have a lot of history actually. We are building history right now. If you have any more specific question, I'll wait for it. Karina says, hello, I prepared also some questions. What are your goals? How many did you achieve until now? Okay, so I have to check tool because we just replanned about the numbers now. But let me check and I'll tell you in a bit. Just a second. Let me change here this name to another account. a little bit, Karina. I'm trying to log into my account to see the tool with the numbers so I can tell you. Let me check. I have a lot of things open, that's why it's kind of slow. But I will tell you eventually. It's here. You can go away. Okay, let's see. This is the plan. Where are the goals? Still loading the tool. It's a big one. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Jesus Christ, is taking a minute. Come on, come on. Jesus, drive is so slow. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so the goal is for the from February until July is 45 realizations for GE and 27 realizations for Global Talent. This is just for the second semester. Okay, Karina. If you have any questions, if you want me to clarify, you can just ask me. What are the main challenges when it comes to iGET network? So, the main challenges until now were mainly the work intensity, because we were not working with the intensity that we needed in order to make things happen. We have been changing, and with the new network, since they are excited and willing to do things, they are working with a lot of intensity, at least for now, which is good, and it is a thing that we're going to try to keep. So the first challenge was intensity. The second challenge, let me think, because that was the biggest one. We also had quite some opportunities that were a little bit tough to approve, so that was something that kind of demotivated a little bit people. We had a challenge regarding the timeline, because we started to sell very late, because the entity when in July was not ready, the recruitments were not done, second elections were not done. So, and all of this only happened between July and September. So only the end of September is when we started to actually sell. So we delayed the timeline a lot, which made impossible for us to match almost all of our opportunities that we are trying to approve now for May and April. Another challenge was actually the response rate. We were actually having candidates applicants in Expo, but people were not, since they were not working with a high intensity, they were not replying to them, or either rejecting them or forwarding them their profiles to the company. So that was an issue, and we have now established a system in Podio that will prevent that to happen, because we have more control over the applicants. Let me think about more challenges. We were not finding the right companies because we were not focusing on doing the right market research, because market research is a thing that takes time, and people were not used to take time exploring that they encountered in order to understand if they were valid or not to contact. We also had kind of a sales system that they were presenting a list of companies for the MC to approve every 2 weeks, a list of 10 to 15 companies. And I think that that was preventing some of the LCs to actually contact more companies, but we have now sorted out that problem as well. And I think I'm probably forgetting something, and I'm sorry, but I think that's what I recall from now. You guys have any more questions? Third visitant. I wonder who it is. Do you have any question? Third visitant. Okay, so Karina asked that she's curious about the fulfillment of the standards and satisfaction. Can you tell us if you had any initiatives to control them? We had some initiatives to control them. We used Podio as for the realizations, but since we didn't have the realizations that we wanted for the winter peak, it kind of didn't work because we didn't have people to track, actually, or a little there was so little people that we didn't actually see if it was successful. But we have it in place, yes, to track all the standards and satisfaction. And we are, since we are approving now people for April and May, we are already using the platform to track the standards and satisfaction, all of them. Some which are responsibility of the home entity. We have it in the tool just to make sure we ask if they were fulfilled, so that we are aware of the state that the EP comes to Portugal. I hope I answered your question. More doubts? This is very weird because I'm actually seeing myself with a lot of delay in YouTube. So I have a Hangouts thing, like broadcasting, and it's like uh, live actually because I'm seeing myself as I am talking, and then I go to YouTube and it has like a delay of 30 seconds to 1 minute. So it's very weird, and I can actually hear myself talking. What? Okay, so Glauco asked, wait, just let me take the video some. Okay, so Glauco asked, which are the supplies from iGET, and which else have a strong coordinated partnership with other entities? You're asking which are the main suppliers in Portugal for global talent to global entrepreneurs incoming, right? And we only run the product in 5 LCs, which are iGET, Nova, Branef, FEP, and AIESEC. So these ones are the 5 LCs that run this product, both global talent and global entrepreneur. iGET runs only global talent. Nova runs mainly global entrepreneur. FEP runs both, and NEF runs both. We are in a process of focusing the LCs. So the idea is that in the next week we actually have LCs focused in only one product, because we do so little that we need to actually simplify things and be focused in a product. But for now we're from period of adaptation, so not all of them actually follow the just one product as focus. And which LCs have a strong coordinated partnership with other entities? We don't have any LCs with stronger partnership with other entities, because we do so little that they don't have leverage enough to negotiate kind of LC to LC partnerships. So we rely mainly on national partnerships, which were a lot of countries actually that we now reduced. We had Canada, Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Romania, Italy, Spain, and did I say Canada already? There were a lot. We now reduced to only 2 to 3 entity partners in each product. I don't remember them now. For global talent, I think is Brazil and Canada mainly. And then for global entrepreneurs, we have Spain, Brazil, and Germany. We are trying to build a cooperation with them so that we actually, because we actually sell only those countries mainly. We have some opportunities that are for people out of those countries, but in terms of selling, we are only focusing on those countries in order for the approval phase to have like a direct traffic to some entities and not to like 127 entities, because that would be a chaos. Asks, okay, thank you. I know, I'm not talking to myself. of the members. The knowledge is still very centralized in the VPs, which is a thing that we are trying to fight now. And we are launching a series of educational videos that VPs should pass to their team leaders and should pass to their members, for all of them to have the same knowledge and the same knowledge delivered in the same way, which is very important. Some LCs that there is more knowledge accumulated because they have a higher volume, and there are some LCs that is only the VP that understands what these products are about, and we are working on making like the knowledge very horizontal so that everyone has access if they want to learn or to understand how it works. Thank you for the question. Okay, so Karina asked what is missing for this program to grow. What is missing is actually work intensity. We need people that actually work with a high intensity and do a lot, because they have to contact a lot of companies, they have to go to a lot of meetings, and that was not happening. And it's a thing that we have been trying to improve. They actually need to work a lot with intensity. So that was the main issue. So I think if we accomplish that, it's halfway to a successful growth. And I think it's mainly that, for example, in the approval phase, in the consideration phase, it's also lack of intensity of work, because we have the applicants. Sometimes we don't have the applicants with the right background, but we need to go to look for them, not wait for them to show up in our opportunities. But sorry, work intensity was the main product to grow. Which are the biggest challenges for iGET when it comes to companies and their timeline for filtering CVs and approving candidates? The challenges are different for each one of the products, because for GE, sometimes you have startups with like 2, 3, 4 people that have all the positions accumulated and have a lot of work and things to do. So it's for them, if they are not used to have a regular system of selection since the beginning, they sometimes get lazy and take too much to answer us. And it's something that the guideline is to align in the actual meeting how this is going to work. For example, I send you the CVs on Monday and you have feedback on Friday, and this like regularly, so that we can the process. And so that's the main challenge regarding the GE. Global talent sometimes is because it has to go through a lot of people, because global talent companies have a bigger structure, or they are a little bit more bureaucratic, so they have a step in between the interview and the actual approval. But I think it's mainly alignment of expectations of like selection cycles that they need to fulfill, and if that is sorted out, we have a quite simple and fast process, because it's just an interview with a company. I hope I was straight to the point. More questions, if you have? can actually, like for example, for you to understand how our products are designed, we only run global talent, marketing / business administration, and global talent IT. The marketing and business administration sub-product is mainly for internationalization or sales, or in terms of marketing strategies for the companies. And they usually require a background of a specific country that they want to export or internationalize to. And for the IT sub-product is mainly people that know how to code, and to design databases, mobile apps, and stuff like that. And in the GE is very related with the global talent, business administration, and marketing, because it's focused on internationalization as well. Glau has a question. Do you believe that the salary, considering the financial challenges that Portugal faces, is something that prevents EP from coming to Portugal? No, I don't think so. The 700 euros plus food allowance, yeah, it's actually a very good salary. You can live with it. You can rent a room and have like a life with this amount. So I think it's actually very good salary for a global talent opportunity here in Portugal. Not something that has been preventing EPs from coming to Portugal at all. Having in mind the huge growth of startups and incubators in Portugal, what AIESEC can do to take advantage of these external trends? How do you see the potential of IG become one of the biggest in the? It's true. We have Lisbon mainly, and Portugal as a whole has been growing a lot in terms of startups and incubators, and something that we need to clearly capitalize on. And how can AIESEC take advantage of this trend? I think it's actually to position us in the market as the main supplier for these startups and incubators to reach another markets, because it's very important for them to actually go become international, because the market in Portugal is very tiny. So we still need to position ourselves as the main top talent suppliers with a kind of a friendly cost to them. And I think that's my vision for the IG in AIESEC in Portugal. And do you see the potential of IG to become one of the biggest in EU? I'm sorry, Portugal, or in terms of the whole Europe. But I think that truly Portugal can become one of the biggest suppliers for incoming global entrepreneur in the whole Europe region. I truly believe that. I heard that this is a bottleneck. Can you explain us a little bit more? I don't know who told you that, but I don't see it as a bottleneck, because Portuguese are kind of open. We don't have a lot of issues with visa. I mean, for countries that we need a visa for people to come, it takes like 3 weeks to a month max. In most of the cases, sometimes it takes more, but it's not at all a problem for EPs to come to Portugal, because we're kind of an easy country to access. So, and we have a lot of cooperations with countries that don't even need visa to come. So it's a good thing. What else? It's good news, yes. Karina, where are you from, by the way? Glauco, I know he's from Brazil. I mean, we know each other for several months. Oh, Romania, nice. Are you MC in Romania? Okay. So you're from Lynn's commission. Yeah. Me and Lynn talk quite often, actually. Oh, so you were, okay. Oh, you were, yeah, because the term ended. I'm sorry. You were actually from. If you, for you and Glauco, if you guys have any question that you only like remember or recall after this consultancy space ends, you can an email, and I will leave here my email for you guys to send questions if you have them. Oh, okay, so we were last time. Okay, cool. No, we don't have a survey of satisfaction for our trainees. Um, but we have one for the companies. We have one feedback form from the for the companies. We are not doing one for the trainees because we are actually, they have the NPS. I'm still not sure how it is working, but I think it is, and they get the survey. So we, it's not a it's not one of my focus to actually do a thing that it's incorporated in Expo. So for news, the APS is actually up and running, and I've been having them lately because AI told us that ECB chairs are getting our NPS score every month. So we are relying on that to assess satisfaction of our trainees actually. Okay, I'll be waiting for your email then. And I hope I won't take long to answer it. Thank you so much for coming. Really nice that it was helpful. Hello, do you have any more question? Are you there? You have another person. Do you have any question? People that are visiting this consultancy space. So if nobody has questions, we're going to wait 5 minutes and then I think it's a wrap. Nevertheless, if you have questions, you can also talk to me on Facebook, Andrea Aragão, or send me an email to the email that is on the chat. So feel free. Oh, that's a big question. Thank you, Glauc. My expectations is for 1 year. So for 1 year, meaning next term, I think, or for this year. Well, I think I'm going to say for this civil year. The expectation for the civil year is for iGET area to actually start and to begin the next term growing, because I think it's very important that we keep this growth mindset and that we work for it, because AIESEC doesn't start when our terms end, doesn't end when our term ends. So it's very important for us to think long term, and I'm also trying to make sure that the next person has a great legacy to continue. In 3 years, I see it as a constant growing area, because we have a lot of opportunities for that. Um, and one of the growth drivers of iGET in Portugal for sure. And in 10 years from now, I see iGET area in iGET in Portugal as one of the or from Europe for IGE in iGET International. Yes. Thank you for your question. Another question, how is the synergy with BD? At the LC level, do they have BD? They don't have BD at the LC level. So the synergy with BD, I think it's working kind of good. Have a clear strategy of how it was going to work in terms of national sales in the first semester, but now we have, and Zay is going to have an NST exchange manager, which will be national sales for all the ICX products. And the synergy is working kind of good. We also have now opportunities that are open from a company which is called Wiscox, HISCOX, and that were open, and we are both working on filtering the CVs to send them to, and we hope to have a quick approve. So the synergy is going quite smoothly. Any more question from anyone? Lane, yes. So guys, if you don't have any more question, we will call it a wrap. If you have anything to ask me, you can ask me either on Facebook or in the email. So feel free to approach me. I'm very approachable. So guys, thank you a lot for coming, and we'll see each other soon.